Well, welcome to Richland, Missouri. I just dropped off a bumper for someone, a bumper off an A4 that I parted out a couple of years ago. And well, I've run into a bit of a problem with the next step of the journey. This is my car trailer. It's a custom-made trailer with 2 rails from 1979. It doesn't have a center rail like most trailers have. Now, I've hauled all kinds of cars on this thing, anywhere from an Audi A4 down to a Volkswagen Rabbit, the Ford Fiesta, never had a problem, but the Honda N600 is different. The back axle of a Honda N600 is 43 inches wide. The whole car is 51 inches wide, and I think that counts the driver's side mirror, so knock a couple inches off there. So you look at this rail, it has a lip. The measurement from this to the other side, that point, is 41 inches. The measurement from here, where the lip ends, where you would probably have a tire sitting if you had a choice, is about 45 inches. So if the axle width on this car is 43 inches, I don't know where it's gonna sit. Is it gonna fit on here? I don't know. I actually have no idea. I might not be getting this car today if it doesn't fit on the trailer. I think it's gonna be pretty darn close. But I also think worst case scenario, if it's kind of in the middle, it's not gonna land on the ground because it's got these center support rails. So to be honest, I really don't know. Is it gonna fit on the trailer? Have we driven down here with the trailer for no reason? I guess we just gotta go find out. It's not like I can just go knock on someone's door and say, hey, do you have an incredibly rare Honda N600 that I could test fit on my trailer? It doesn't work that way. Guess we'll just find out. Well, there it is. It's a little worse shape than the last time I saw it. Apparently it got a little vandalized. The headlights have been broken out, and tail lights, but it's all there. And boy, we either love or hate patina, but this has a lot of patina, bordering on, well, bordering on being totally shot, to be honest. That's a lot of patina. What worries me is, well, so they have a rear glass, but what worries me is the taillights. Little things like this on a car like this, man, they're just gonna be so expensive. But look at how cute it is. Isn't it just the cutest little thing? There you go. It fits. I had no idea. Honestly, the best numbers I could find said it would be about that close, and it's pretty darn close. I mean, look, if this were 2 inches narrower, it wouldn't work. So, note to self, can't go buying any Messerschmitts or Isettas. But man, God, just look at it. Isn't that cool? How often have you seen one of these that's not totally restored or like crushed? I mean, that's just cool. And yeah, I mean, the headlights are broken out, kind of stuff like that, but nothing we can't work with. I'll say right now, I don't know what the plan is for this thing, but all I know is right now, we got to get it home. Let's go. This might be the worst thing that Google Maps has ever gotten me into. This hasn't been a road in 35 years. Holy cow. What the hell? Look how overgrown this is. This has not been a road in a long time. Yep, that's what I was worried about. How long has this not been a road? Look, there's not a bridge there. There hasn't been a bridge there in 50 years. Why? Why? Holy cow. Well, that was probably the only property owner who lives down this road. And he looked really confused when I told him that my phone took me down here. He just kind of laughed and said, yep, yep. I said, well, there's no bridge. He said, nope. So that's that, I guess. Still warm. Well, now that we're back off of all those, quote, roads that Google took us on, I thought we could take a look at the car on the trailer and specifically get underneath it and see what we're dealing with in terms of rust. What do I do about my hair when I lay on the ground? It just lays on the ground. Yeah. That's cool. I shower at least once a week. All right, let's see what we got. How much you can see. Oh, it's not that bad, actually. So it is a front engine, front wheel drive car. So everything business-wise is happening up here at the front. Doesn't look all that bad, really. I mean, it certainly looks like it's been wet at some point. Maybe some of those transmission seals are going out, or axle seals are going out, but really not all that bad. I think the filter goes in here. I can't remember. I'll have to look. And then there's the drain plug. No, it's not rotted out. This appears to be the subframe brace here. There are the subframe bushings. They're actually still not bad. They're not cracked. Oh, they're not too bad, actually. They could be better, could be worse. The valence is a little bent up, but it's, for the most part, still in one piece. Sway bar. Just kind of moving around in here. Not doing much right now, it looks like. Or if it might be supposed to have some kind of bracing in here, because that moving around seems a little strange. If we follow it back here, the bushings for the sway bar are definitely a little roached, pretty roached, very roached. The rear of the subframe seems solid. Control arm bushings also look pretty much shot. That's to be expected, I suppose. There's the starter. The starter looks dry, at least. Let's get under here to the business end. Not bad. Wow. It's really not that bad. This is the driver's side floor. Really not bad. What I thought was rust is actually just the protective coating coming off here. You see that? That doesn't matter. What I care about is, God, it's actually pretty darn solid. Whew, we might have lucked out there. How's the passenger side? No, the passenger side is solid too. Here are the plugs. No rust around them. Wow. Oh, shit. Wow, man. That's, if that had been, oh, shit. God, if those had been rotted out, that would have been the end. I mean, good luck getting floor pans for this thing. Might be able to restore this thing yet. More subframe bushings here. Those are actually not bad either. This is really not that dry compared to what I thought we were going to be seeing for a car that's been sitting for the better part of 40 years. We certainly have some dryness here. Completely shot. See that brake line is just totally open? That's not safe at all. I bet this thing has no fluid in it. Judging by the condition of the tires, I don't think it has any good rubber left, but then you look at the subframe bushings and they're really not all that bad. Got some wildlife with my purchase here. I guess I now own some mud daubers. Yeah, that looks more like axle seals more than anything else as I take a closer look at it. I'm not really too worried about that. Let's come around to the back. I thought I saw a little error there, but apparently not. This coating is just chipping right away. But I'm not seeing any light through there, which is really good. Oh, that's really secure. That's on there real good and tight. Yep. How far does that wobble go up? Oh, just all the way up to the whole. Yep. This exhaust is on here securely. Oh, driver's side brake line is even worse. Look at that. Look at that's shot. Somebody improvised a mud flap on this side, but not on this side. That's kind of strange. Really, even inside the fender here, the trailing edge of the fender, really not that bad. I mean, there's a little bit in there, but not bad. Frame rail, well, if you want to call it a frame rail. What am I trying to say? What's the darn name of this tootin' thing over here, this region? Anyway, it's solid. There's the back of the driver's side floor. There's the back of the passenger side floor. Not bad. Pretty darn solid. A lot better than I thought it would be. Let's go look at the trunk. I guess as we go back there, just looking again at the kick panel here, really not bad. I've said that a few times, but the thing is, if you look at this, like just as a non-car person, you're like, holy crap, that's a rust bucket, all the paint's gone and everything, but really, body's solid. I mean, that's not Bondo, that's primer or whatever they use. That's metal. This side's pretty solid too. Oh, except right here. See that? A little hole starting right here in the rocker. Rocker, that's the word. And here. And a little bit at the bottom of the door there, but if that's it, that's doing pretty good. All right. Here's underneath the trunk. Well, that's not bad either. Well, I found one that's rusty. Look at the exhaust. That's a hole. Oh, so there's the muffler. That's definitely got a hole in it. Who needs that? More bushings are shot. Obviously the tires are well and thoroughly aged. They do have tubes though, which is funny because these are holding air right now. Normally if a tire looked that bad it wouldn't hold air, but it is right now. Got another nest in there. Very good. Looks like two leaf springs. 2 leaf springs. You know, the previous owners told me it needs a tank. I'm not seeing why. It doesn't look like it's leaking any or much fluid. I don't know. It looks pretty darn solid to me. I don't know why we need to replace that. That coupler on the exhaust there looks like it's seen some better days. Wonder why someone did that. That must be where the play is coming. Oh, yep. Look at that. It's completely... Yep. Well, there's your exhaust leak. Got a little straw with my purchase here. E-brake cable, I suppose. This is the passenger side. No, it isn't. The driver's side brake line is wet in the rear here. It looks like recent. It's not coming off of my fingers, but that's definitely been wet at some point. And look at how much play this has. I really doubt... Oh, there it is. It's starting to fracture right now. See, the more I do that, it's starting to develop a bit of a fracture. Yeah, that's not good. The mounting points for the suspension look pretty solid. I don't really see anything to worry about there either. Bumper looks like it could be re-chromed. It's got some surface rust, but it's really not bad. That's my new catchphrase apparently, but I expected this thing to be totally rotted underneath. Really getting under here and seeing how solid it is, this is not bad. Not bad. Can't find a really better phrase for that, but just not bad. Oddly enough, that's also the title of my autobiography. Not bad. I'm not exactly a strong person, but I think these shocks might be a little shot. Inside's, well, it's what you'd expect. Headliner is actually surprisingly good. It's got a little mold on it. We'll need to let this car dry out really well before we spend a lot of time in here. Over here, I think that hole would have been an antenna originally. So there's some wear on the headliner here, unfortunately, because otherwise it's in really good shape. If that hadn't happened, this would actually be a really passable headliner. There's some kind of material under here. It feels like foam right there, and the rest of it doesn't have that. But boy, that's what years and years of sun do to these weather strips. They just wear them right out. That's really, really gotten hot in here. The back glass is obviously broken. I do have a replacement that the seller included. All right, that's the final straw. This thing's been repainted. It's really obvious now. Look at that overspray. I thought I saw a little bit on the badges outside, but that is obvious. The original color then must be this nice light blue that you see all along the doors on the inside. That's got to be the original color, which I actually like that really, really well. 53,000 original miles, unless you want to place a bet that that's 1,053,000.
So it actually says 5,330 miles, which is kind of confusing. Either someone drove this thing 105,000 miles in 10 years, or it's only got 5,000 miles.
The dash itself, pretty good shape. Although I will say it's plastic, so it'd be kind of hard for it to not be in really good shape. The top of the dash has some cracks. Nice ashtray right front center, prominent top of the dash. But other than that, what's in the glove box? Napa electrical systems parts. Don't know what parts, but just electrical systems parts. Okay, yep. Little odds and ends. Got a knob in here. Windshield wiper knob. Okay, that must go here or down here. One of those two. I have no idea what does what in here. Don't ask me. I have no idea.
So my dad told me these are cup holders, not for when you're driving, but when you're sitting at a drive-thru eating your food. The good old days.
Crank windows. Oh, the door handles are interesting. So you open it this way and then you lock it by doing that. So it's a door handle and a lock mechanism at the same time. Then you unlock it by doing that. I'm not going to see if they work because they probably won't. And on that note, we don't have a key because this is the ignition cylinder. There is, well, what's left of one. Looks like it's been bored out to use a screwdriver or something like that. We also have mystery things happening here. I really don't know why these wires are like this. Don't know what wires go to what. I don't know. This is the first one of these I've ever seen in person, so I have no idea what anything is. This is a gear shifter. It's kind of wacky. This really took my parents off guard, but it's here. That's probably third, fourth, first, second. Look at the travel. Boom, boom. Rowing a boat. Door cards are not all that bad either. They've got a little wear on the edges, but they're certainly passable. This one's got a crack right along the leading edge of the arm sill, if you will. Windows. Windows work. Power windows, obviously. Headrests are not in bad shape. Back seat, probably never been used by anyone who had legs. I don't know what this is. I have no idea what this is. I thought it was a luggage rack, roof rack type thing, but I don't see any holes where it would have mounted anywhere, so I'm not really sure what that is yet. I have a spare tire and tube, which are shot. We also have the original, probably the original donut. That's kind of cool. Probably also shot. What's this? What do we have here? Ah, yes, the fog machine. Creepy fogger. That's original Honda equipment. Here's what's left of the driver's side tail light, unfortunately. Also, here's what's left of the passenger side headlight and tail light. It's a tragedy. I don't know if there's supposed to be a boot on the accelerator pedal there, but that's missing. Obviously, the floor is really torn up. Like, the carpet is completely torn here. Like, gone, missing. Like someone like walked in here and trounced their boots all over it every time they got in here. But obviously the floor is really solid, and that's what matters. We can do something about the carpet later. I know they make a carpet kit. That's one of the few parts I have found so far. Looks like it might even just snap in. You see this ring right here. There's like a snap ring, and then there's another down here. Looks like it might even just snap in, which would be really nice. Passenger seat. I don't know, I haven't had these things off of it yet. It's not bad. Oh, hey, look, we got, boy, that's an old eBay box. They haven't used that logo in a long time. With some kind of auxiliary cable here. Maybe like a CB radio or something like that. One hubcap. It's better than no hubcaps, I guess. There's what's left of the mirror. Some kind of switchboard type thing. Don't know what this is. And don't know what this is. Or this. What's this tag? Note, this machine has been operated to ensure production quality. Small amounts of fog solution. Oh, fog. Alright. Seat's not bad, though. I bet the first 5 times you sit on this, it's probably going to start developing cracks, but for now, it looks pretty good anyway. Oh, you do get a courtesy light. That's nice. Little baby rear view mirror. Surprisingly stiff. That's what she said. I wonder if you get a mirror on this side. No. I wonder if this side does, though. I'm going to guess yes. What? Come on now. What do you expect somebody to do? Turn this thing over this way? Hey, they stay up. They've got that on the Ford. Look at that. Taking notes, Ford? Look at this. 40 plus years off the road, and these things stay where you put them. Come on, Ford. Look at this baby pull handle. Surprisingly, it doesn't really feel that small in here. All the components are small except the steering wheel, which is absolutely huge, like the size of a bus. It's pretty spacious in here. You could actually get some stuff in here too if you just use the back seat and what little trunk space you've got. You could actually haul things in here. I've got plenty of headroom, plenty of leg room, but I guess it does give it away when you can literally reach across the car and like out the window from a comfortable position. Like that kind of gives away how small this thing is. But really, other than that, again, the steering wheel feels like a damn bus. Like it feels really large. I think it's just because of the scale of everything else in here. This tiny little gear lever, the tiny little door handle pull. You know, you got your vent windows, your triangle windows, which I don't dare move because they're probably going to fall out. Oh, that's another thing. These back windows apparently pop open. You see the hinge there. Again, I'm not going to do it right now because it might fall out, but that can pop the back window out like a bus, and it hinges outwards. That's pretty neat. Also, the only way to get airflow in here because it is toasty. We got to see what it feels like to shut the door. And there we go. Yeah, I could get behind this. It's not bad. I could see driving this thing. Imagine this being a family car. I mean, imagine in 1968, 69, you pull up in your Cadillac or Lincoln to a power sports dealer to buy your son a dirt bike, and inside they have this little thing called a Honda N600. It's got a motorcycle engine, and this little thing is the sedan. There's a smaller version called the coupe. Like, try selling anyone who's driving a big boaty American car on this being a family car. I don't know how you would do it. Watching 2 people try to open a hood. This is very exciting. I think that was it. Oh, no, I moved something, but it didn't. Engaging whatever it's supposed to do. It's not engaging over here. Well, there it is, Honda N600. This is actually the first car Honda ever sold in the United States, and now there's one in my shop. I had no idea this was going to happen. It's pretty wild. And compared to the other small cars in here, this is actually really tiny. We can't get the hood open, so that'll be the first thing we do next. And I don't know what happens next. But I guess we'll find out. Hey, it rolls. It didn't roll before.